So now we've got our crank built and all the bearings into the crankcases. I thought now would be a good time to explain to those of you who aren't 100% sure how a two-stroke engine works. So what I was thinking would be nice, because I could leave one side of the crankcase off, I could effectively slide the barrel over the top of the piston, and then we could run through each of the steps very easily. So where the crank sits here, obviously there is a void here, and this is where the charge, so that would be the fuel and air mixture that comes through the inlet manifold, that's where it enters. So let me just stick the barrel on, and then we'll just run through it. So effectively the process starts when the piston is at the bottom. So you can see, you should be able to see, the conrod is at the bottom. So that's when the piston is at its lowest point. So when the piston moves up to the top here, what happens at this point is the pressure inside the crankcase, so the position that I was showing you before, where the void is around the crank, the pressure drops, and because the pressure drops, when the piston moves up and it exposes the inlet manifold, the drop in pressure in here, it doesn't suck, but if it effectively draws fuel and air from the carburetor, which is here, and that's called a charge. So it draws that in, and so the more you've got your throttle open, the more fuel and air can be drawn into this area. So it's now drawn the fuel and air in, and it continues to rotate, and it then, as it goes down, the charge is then forced up through transfer ports, which are here. So there's a transfer port in the side of the crankcase, and then it goes up the transfer port in the barrel. I don't know if you can see that. It ends up inside the cylinder, and the piston then continues its journey down and then up. And so as it goes up, then it compresses the charge, which was forced up from the bottom, up through the transfer ports and into the cylinder. The piston continues moving up and it compresses it, and as it gets to just before top dead center, then the spark plug sparks, and the charge is ignited and it explodes, and then it forces the piston down, and then the whole journey can continue again. So every time the piston goes down and then back up, that's one power stroke. So that's why they say that a two-stroke engine is effectively twice as powerful. That's why you get 254 strokes racing in the same class as what would have been a 125 two-stroke class, because the four strokes, they only have a power stroke every 2 times, so it's 4 strokes, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, whereas the 2-stroke makes power every time it goes down and up. Hope that explains it all for you.